Hello everybody, it's Nick here. Would you believe it actually picked up a few games? Yeah, that doesn't happen often anymore, does it? Ooh. Put the little coupon there. Yeah. I went shopping a little today, try to get, my mind off my little ear thing. My appointments, I have an appointment in a couple days on Tuesday, so hopefully they're able to find out what's wrong and hopefully my ear gets back to normal. It's mostly the right ear. Just there's sometimes where it gets sensitive to sound like where like everything sounds like a kind of like tinny and everything. It's hard to explain, but that's probably the worst part of it, besides the loud ringing. But it's mostly in the right ear, so I don't really notice in the left ear most of the time. So I think it's just an infection. I don't ever, I've dropped my earphones on the floor, and it is, I do, I don't ever like wipe my shoes at the door or anything. So that's why I think they're, maybe I got some kind of infection or something, and hopefully it goes away. But anyways, I went out today and I didn't really notice the ringing in my ears. There's a little like fair downtown Seattle, or in the U District. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the area, we call it U District because that's where the University of Washington is. But I go shopping at a couple game stores down there. So I also went downtown. There's a place called Awajimaya, which is kind of like a Japanese food mart. It's also combined with a place called Kinokuniya, which is a bookstore, and they sell CDs and mangas, and it's pretty cool stuff, animes. So I stopped by there, and I didn't get anything at the bookstore. I got some sushi, which is in the freezer. I also stopped at a Arco, because this is the only place I've found them. I got a Surge. I drank this one. However, I did get two of them because one of them I'm going to keep, just like without opening it. My mom has a Bud Light, like a Seahawks one, that's never been opened, so I thought I'd get a Surge. I do like this stuff. It's not like my favorite drink in the world, but I do enjoy it. I mean, it's just citrus flavored. I thought it was an energy drink. My dad said, my dad was saying, yeah, this stuff, that stuff killed a bunch of kids, and it's like, I think you're thinking of something else. He's like, well, why do they call it Surge then? It's like, you got me there. I don't know. It's just citrus soda. And unfortunately, I've pretty much finished this bottle. It's probably like a few drops. Stuff's good. I also got some kind of like Japanese beer or something like that, but I don't. It's in the fridge right now. I'm not going to get it. Too lazy. I'm going to post on Facebook though. So, what did I get today? Well, if you guys didn't see my stream, when I get better, or if my ear gets better, I'm going to start doing streams like most weekends. But I got this trilogy pack, Gateway to the Savage Frontier, Treasures of the Savage Frontier, and Pools of Darkness, all in one. Now I think I either have Gateway, Treasures, or both of them. I don't have Pools of Darkness, but I have the actual one of these or both of them. I have the actual games. Now these games come on 3.5 floppy disks, so I can back them up. Of course, I could legally download a cracked version though, because of course I own a physical copy of the game. I mean, that is one of them, so I have a right. I mean, I don't have. If I own the game, do I have a right to pirate it? If I own the game, I mean, for convenience purposes. I really, really, really badly want to learn how to play those games. In fact, I really desperately want to beat Pool of Radiance for DOS, but the game is too freaking hard. I tried to use my party from the NES version and plus a couple other characters, since you can add a couple more in the PC version. I still can't beat the freaking game, so I don't know. And maybe I'd like the PC version more if I could beat it, but I can't. And besides, there's some things about the NES version that I like more, but I already covered that stuff when I was, playing through the NES and Japanese or Famicom versions. Okay, so I also got a few cassette tapes at Goodwill when I was there last weekend. I got Chicago 8. I mean, VIII. So, V538. I'm not good with Roman numerals. I'm Greek. I'm not Roman, you idiots. They also had this one, Chicago, If You Leave Me Now. I always thought just having the slipper here was just funny. It's like, oh, the cover looks too bland. What do we do? Let's put a slipper on there, a ruby slipper. Yeah, one of Dorothy's ruby slippers. There you go. That's a good cover art. It's pretty much just a greatest hits compilation. I also got a singles tape for A Girl Like You by the Smithereens. I freaking love this song. I mean, I know some people might be like, oh, well, you know, it's okay. There's also A Girl Like You Part 2. I'm actually curious what that is. And then there's one called Like Someone in Love. Now, one thing I learned is you have to check these tapes at Goodwill before you buy them because sometimes people swap them. You know, I don't know if they do it just to be assholes or you know what, but I checked and sure enough, it's the actual tape, which is cool. This weekend I actually got the album because it was 99 cents. And, you know, I don't necessarily collect tapes, but I do listen to them because you know, I do like listening to them in the highest quality possible. But I also like listening to them to like really, you know, tape quality and stuff. I think it just sounds really retro, and you guys know I'm an old school guy. Nothing wrong with that. I also got Chicago's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Let's see, songs I know from here: Baby What a Big Surprise, No Tell Lover, Alive Again. I kind of know that. Old Days, If You Leave Me Now, Question 67, 68. Um, don't and Gone Long Gone, I heard it once. I don't even remember what it sounds like, but I know I heard it once because I listened to all of Hot Streets once because I own the Japanese import. It's in this drawer. But anyways, oh, by the way, this is like the happiest cover art that I've ever seen to a CD. Just a bunch of guys having fun, you know, it's awesome. I'm gonna try opening this though, seeing what songs are in here that I know because I'm sure I do know some of the songs in here. If I can get the frickin' thing open. The frickin' thing won't work. Ah, okay. What else they got? Wow, there's actually barely any songs on there. In fact, I think the cover's all the songs on here. That's pretty funny. Maybe I could listen to all of them. Then I also got Ghost in the Machine by the Police. I think I own every Police album on a CD. I think actually I think there's one I'm missing, but I have them all on tape. But on CD, I mean, I think there's one I'm missing. I don't know. I got Outland Steel More. I got Regatta de Blanc. I got Synchronicity. So I think I got all of them. I'm not sure. Oh, Zenyatta Mondata. That's the one I don't have. If I had that one, I'd have all of them on CD. Okay, so what other goodies did I pick up? Well, I got my first TurboGrafx 16 game, even though I don't own one yet. I am getting one for my birthday. Well, I'm getting a PC engine because I like the selection of games on there more. Plus, most of the games that were developed in the U.S. were released in Japan. So, I mean, for me, I'm getting the best of both worlds. I'd actually like to own Keith Kurt's the Japanese version. Why the Japanese version? Because they actually bother to have staff credits in there, even though most of the developers use pseudonyms. I hate how they do that. Like they make the game in Japan first, and they put the staff credits in there. Then when they release in the USA, they're too lazy to translate it, so they're like, let's just, you know, throw it out or something. So, anyways, what was my first TurboGrafx 16 game? Well, this is the only one this place had. They had two copies. One was just the card, and the other one was complete. This is TV Sports Football, which I understand is a PC game. I don't, I tried to hack this game on an emulator. I don't even know how it works. Now the card is in the plastic casing, which is pretty cool, but the manual is in pretty crappy shape. There's like markings all over it. This game is made by Cinemaware, which they did a Defender of the Crown. They did what else did they do? Defender of the Crown, Rocket Ranger, the Three Stooges. I mean, they've done so many freaking games. And someone wrote all over in here and stuff. I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's cool. I mean, I was hoping to find credits in here. They usually put them in the games, but I don't know. Have you tried these other Turbo Chip game cards? Super Volleyball, Taking It to the Hoop, Splatterhouse, Bravo Man. Actually, I did. Just not on an actual TurboGrafx 16 because I don't have one. For anyone who's wondering, yes, the TurboGrafx 16, from what I've heard, is region coded, which sucks. It's so stupid. I'm going to say this, and please excuse my language because I don't drop as many F-bombs as I used to, but fuck game companies that make consoles that are region coded, okay? let's say, for example, I come from Greece. I mean, I am Greek, but let's say I came from Greece and I had like a, brought a Game Boy with me or something, and maybe someone stole my DS or I forgot to bring it from Greece or something like that. So I had to buy a US one. I still have my games from Greece. I just don't have the DS or something or the game console. So I buy one in the US and guess what? The freaking thing doesn't work. And I know people. I know you can mod consoles and and that's all fine and good, but I don't like to modify consoles. You know, just in case something happens to it or something. I like to play it the way it was made, the way it was built. But also, I mean, I probably wouldn't mind modding it if I had if I had two of the same console. For example, I have three NES consoles. I have two front loaders and one top loader. So one of the front loaders I probably wouldn't mind, but one works better than the other one. I picked the second one up from somewhere. The first one is actually one that my family owned. So I don't really want to mod either of them for those reasons, because one works better, but then the other one's the one I grew up with. So I don't know. My dad actually has my grandma's NES. That's the funny thing. So, was that all the games I picked up? No, there's two more actually. Did I show you guys this one I got like last weekend? I got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, I think is what it's called. I haven't really played this, but man, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. I loved Pokemon. Yeah, I'll admit, I love Pokemon. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I'm not really associated with them nowadays, but they still bring back good memories. Man, playing Pokemon Stadium all the time was so freaking cool. Um, but anyways, these two games I picked up, they're the same game. They're Japanese releases, and they were developed by the French, believe it or not. Um, Now this game recently has just been nagging at me. I've been seeing it everywhere, like online and everything. I don't know what's wrong. It's like this game's begging me to play it. So I guess I got no choice. But the games are Pack in Time for the Game Boy and Pack in Time for the Super Famicom. And again, both of these are Japanese copies, even though they were released in the U.S. Um, and I think I said before, they were developed by Callisto, which was a French gaming company. So they probably ate snails while they were developing this game. No, I'm joking. I'm part French. Don't worry. In fact, the guitarist in our band is French, so I better not say anything. I don't want to offend people, man. But okay, people. I'm gonna do a first. I haven't done a first impressions video in a long time. And well, you're gonna get to see one. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But I'm gonna do first impressions on both of them. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in one video or if I'm gonna do it in like two videos or something. But I've never played the game before. In fact, I've never even seen the game. I've seen the ending. That's all I've seen. I haven't actually seen the gameplay itself. But from what I understand, it's kind of like a Pac-Man 2, except you actually control Pac-Man. I guess more like Pac-Land. Now, there was something funny I discovered a long time ago is that a couple things about Pac-Man. One, apparently it was supposed to be called Puck-Man originally. In fact, that's what the Japanese version can translate to. It does officially translate to Pac-Man, but you could also translate it to Puck. But apparently they were afraid that people who hacked the game would actually call it Fuck Man, which they could have done anyway if they hacked it, but whatever. But also another thing, I was talking to a developer at Namco, and he said the guy who did the music for the arcade game Pac-Man, Toshio Kai, he actually did not do music normally. He was actually a graphic artist. He did the graphics for the game. So I thought that was kind of funny. When you talk to these game developers, you hear a lot of funny things, and um, so I think that's about it. Showed you guys everything I picked up. Gave you guys a little bit of trivia. There is one other thing. It's kind of unrelated, but I told you guys, I think I told you guys, I love the bass line on that song. I Touch Myself. Thank you, Austin Powers. I have to say. I actually transcribed the entire bass line, like all 4 minutes or 5 minutes of the song. It's bass line. I transcribed it all. I'm actually working on a Sibelius document for it right now, so And of course, I use the aid of my trusty little bass trainer here. I haven't tried it yet, but you could actually plug in an actual bass and play along, which helps. Um, so it's pretty cool. I would like to, use this thing more. I just haven't recently, especially since my ears are acting up. It's been kind of hard. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. So you will see me play this game for the first time ever. Again, I might do it emulated because, again, the quality is way better if I do it emulated rather than, but then again, it's like, well, then you got the, the uniqueness of the actual Super Nintendo. Maybe I could try hooking up my capture card and seeing if that works. Although usually I don't have very good luck with using the capture card because it always drops frames and stuff. Because Windows 7 is a bit too powerful for the motherboard I got. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to fiddle around a little bit with the capture card, see how that works out. So, thank you guys for watching. God, a million times I've said that. I'll see you guys later. Peace out! And by the way, big shout out to my friend Frederick Molte, I hope I said that right, who composed music for Pack in Time for Game Boy and Super Nintendo. Alright, take care.